Hey, it's Jang here from UltimateRC.com with a look at the Parkzone Night Vapor. This is in their Ultra Micro series. This is a 3-channel, ultra lightweight, mostly indoor flyer with real skeletal construction, absolutely minimalistic design, and just a very thin film coated wings and control surfaces. Very lightweight. They call it the Night Vapor because this particular version, this is a later version in this series, does come with a bunch of LED lights installed that are designed to enable flight in very low to even potentially no light conditions if you have enough skill to fly where there's no light at all. Just recognizing by the colors of the lights. This comes ready to fly, and the aircraft comes out of the box just like this, fully completely assembled. Included in the set, you've got a Spectrum compatible 2.4 gigahertz DSM-2 radio. It's a very cheap controller, but I mean they intentionally gave you just what you need and nothing more to keep the price of the overall set as low as it could be. I got this one, I think it was $130, ready to fly. Included in the set also, you've got tiny little battery. This is a 70 milliamp hour one cell battery that attaches with Velcro, a little Velcro strip on the back. It does use Parkzone's fairly standardized small little connector that you can use with many of their chargers that they make for micro aircraft in general, not just for planes. They do include a charger in the package, and they give you AA batteries. Now, half of these are for the controller. It uses 4. Half of them for more go into here. And that way, you basically have a field charger that you can use anywhere at any time, whether you have power available to you or not. If you don't want to burn up AA batteries, then you can either use their larger charger that does come with a DC adapter, or just get the adapter for this set. So that's all that I need really to get flying. I'll just go ahead and charge up this tiny little battery, which won't take very long, and get my batteries in my controller, do a little flight check, and have my first flight with the Night Vapor. It really does not take a lot of space to get the Night Vapor off the ground. It definitely doesn't take a lot of space to fly it around. Now, this is a 3-channel aircraft, so you've got rudder and elevator and throttle, and that's all you have to work with. You combine those simple controls, though, with a large amount of dihedral, the high wing design, and really low wing loading, you end up with an airplane that's almost hard to fly wrong. The most difficult thing about controlling the Night Vapor is just getting your elevator settings where you want them to be. The faster you go, the more it will tend to climb on its own. So you really need to set your elevator trim for whatever flying speed you desire. Once you do that, you can practically fly it without even using the elevator. Just use your throttle for a little bit of altitude adjustment. It does bank over in turns automatically, and as long as you take your turns fairly wide and slow and smooth, it really doesn't lose a lot of altitude in turns. One thing that really surprised me is that it is subject to quite a lot of ground effect when it gets down close, within about a foot of the ground, even at very slow speeds. Here's some footage from a later session after I was a little bit more used to the plane and had more stick time with planes in general. This shows you its high alpha capabilities. This is basically a moderate walking speed. The Parkzone Night Vapor really does have quite a lot of range to its level of excitement and its overall speed of flight. Push the left stick all the way forward and push the right stick forward just a little bit, and it really perks up. So indoor flight is all well and good, but I want to show you the lights. For that, let's head outside. It's always best to keep really lightweight planes out of the wind altogether. But the Night Vapor actually handles small breezes, slight breezes with a little bit of gusting, quite well for what it is. This here is with about a 1 to 2 mile per hour steady breeze with only slight gusts above that. And yes, you did just see the Night Vapor pull a full loop. Here, I'll do it again. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it comes. Okay, that kind of counted. You just have to start from a dive to be able to pick up enough airspeed to pull it all the way over through a stall. It's really not an aerobatic plane. And hopefully that's obvious just from looking at it even when it's not flying. Now this is going to be a little bit hard to see, but here it's flying right to left. I'm going to pull it through a half outside loop, inverted, turned around, inverted, and back right side up. That's a solid 3 seconds of inverted flight. It does not like being upside down. It will fight you, but it will do it briefly just to let you know that it can. Now, if you think you have a good idea by now of just how lightweight this craft is, let me reset your expectations one more time. The stock battery is a 70 milliamp hour unit. 70 milliamp hours fully charged from full to dead, right? Well, those 70 milliamp hours gave me 12 minutes of continuous spirited flight. You can definitely stretch a couple, maybe a few minutes more out of it if you go easy on the throttle and stay pretty smooth. Or if you want a lot more than that, you can put in a 150 milliamp hour battery like the ones that are used in the Blade MSR, and that can keep you aloft long enough to pretty much get bored of the plane. Now, one major thing that I haven't talked about yet is durability. I did not suffer a lot of crashes early on because, like I said before, it's just such an easy plane to fly. But as I got used to it, I started pushing the envelope of just what it could do and started trying to do those loops indoors and such. And, well, I had more than my share of, let's call them unplanned landings. Wall hits, nose down hits, tail down hits, inverted hits. I made the thing cartwheel on the ground a couple times. The closest thing to damage that I incurred with the Night Vapor was one of the wheel mounts came a little bit loose from its carbon fiber strut. About a third of a drop of CA glue fixed that problem permanently. Summing things up, the Parkzone Night Vapor, in my opinion, is perfect. There's literally nothing bad I can think of to say about it. If you want a plane that flies completely differently, you're going to need to get a completely different plane. But as an ultralight indoor flyer with a little bit of outdoor capabilities that comes fully ready to fly or bind and fly, I just don't see anything else on the market that can touch it, especially for the size and price. $130 RTF and about $30 to $40 cheaper than that without the transmitter. If this thing really interests you, buy it. Trust me, you can't go wrong. Thanks for tuning in, happy flying, and I hope I'll have a chance to talk to you again soon in the next video. Bye for now.